Good afternoon, everyone. And before we start our discussion this afternoon, may I request everyone to please stand for our prayer to be led us by Junel Lanaha. Amen. And please do remain standing for our energizer that can be seen in the TV. And for those who are not participating or our energizer this afternoon, I will give a punishment or consequences that he or she will dance alone in front. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Alright. Are you all energized? Very good. So before we're going to sit down, please do arrange your chairs or pick up some pieces of papers on the floor and put it in the trash can.
Great to see everybody is here today. Please take a moment to arrange yourself in your usual sitting arrangement. As I glance around, I will mark your attendance. Okay? Wow! Everybody is present today. Now, to create a fun and productive learning environment, let's agree with this 4 simple rules. Please read, everybody. Okay, did I set the rules clear? Very good. Now, let's briefly revisit the topic that we have discussed last meeting. Can anyone recall the topic that we have discussed last meeting, Nicole? Very good. You really have a sharp memory. The topic that we have discussed last meeting is all about information processing theory. Now, what was the most interesting thing you learned about information processing theory, Dagunan? Very good. It means that it's not just about passively receiving information, but it's all about actively selecting, organizing, and transforming them into a more meaningful and useful. Now, we will have an activity first. Are you ready? Okay. And this is what we call the classroom conditioning challenge. All you need to do is that I will choose a simple action, which is clapping my hands. And that will serve as your secret signal. Again, what is your secret signal? Very good. That is clapping my hands. And I will also to choose a simple action for you to do, which is standing up. And that will serve as your secret signal. Again, what is your secret signal? Very good. That is standing up. Now, every time I do the secret signal, which is clapping my hands and saying do your move, you will do your move, which is standing up. So, we will do this in a few times so you get hang of it. Are you ready? Okay, very good. Let us start. Do your move. 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 See what happens? Why some of you might automatically do your move even I didn't tell you to. Can anyone explain why these things happen? Elijah? Okay, thank you for sharing your idea. It is because these things happen, it is because your mind starts to associate the secret signal with your move. Now, based on our activity that we have conducted, do you think what would be our topic this afternoon? What's the answer? Yes, Lenaha. Very good observation, Lenaha. Our topic this afternoon is all about the classical conditioning. Okay, the classical conditioning by Ivan Pavlov. But before we discuss this theory or this phenomenon, let us read first our objective. Classical conditioning in one word, what is it? Okay, as what Akab says, classical conditioning can be described as learning. But what actually classical conditioning? Please read everybody. Okay, please read everyone. Okay, thank you for reading. But before to deeply understand the classical conditioning, let us unlock first the unfamiliar terms that we need to know. And these are, please read again. Okay, please read everyone. Okay, thank you for reading. Now, a man named Ivan Pavlov discovered this phenomenon while studying the dogs. But who is Ivan Pavlov? Let us see. Please read everybody. Okay, thank you for reading. In his discovery, he found out that the sight of food does not only trigger the salivation of the dog, but any other stimulus may result to such an effect if paired with the food. Now, to deeply understand, let us delve into the Pavlovian conditioning in a nutshell. Now, at this moment, I want you to close your eyes for this moment. Okay, close your eyes. Ilog, why you are not closing your eyes? Close your eyes, please. Okay, and imagine you're walking down the street. Okay, you're walking, and suddenly you smell of freshly baked cookies. And remember that the cookie is your favorite food. Now, after this experience, Katubis, what did you feel? Okay, how about you, Banyel? Yes, very good. Thank you for sharing your feelings. Now, your mouth, after this experience, your mouth starts to water and you crave for cookies. Now, open your eyes, class. Open your eyes. That feeling is natural or unlearned response. Now, the smell of the cookie that will serve as our unconditioned stimulus. Why? It is because it refers to a stimulus that can naturally triggers a response. And the watering and the craving of your mouth, that will serve as our unconditioned response. That will serve as the watering of your mouth, that is our unconditioned response. Why? Do you think why? Okay, very good. It is because it refers to a response. That it means that automatically or unlearned response due to the by smelling of cookies. Now, did you understand? Did you understand? Okay, again, what are the difference between these two? Okay, very good. Now, let's introduce the conditioning. Okay, every day when you walk past in that particular bakery in your way home, that bakery has always a delicious smell of cookies wafting out. So with this experience, your mind starts to associate that the bakery with the experience of smelling cookies and the craving it triggers. So our neutral stimulus here is the bakery itself. Initially, it doesn't trigger any specific response, but because of conditioning, which is you repeatedly experience the bakery followed by the unconditioned stimulus, which is the smell of cookies, and then the unconditioned response or the craving or the watering of your mouth. After a while, something interesting happen? Do you think? What is it, Sorosa? Very good. After a while, by just saying the bakery itself, your mouth starts to water and you crave for cookies even by just saying the bakery itself. It is because your mind starts to associate the bakery with the smell of cookies and the craving it triggers. So because of classical conditioning, the bakery, which is the neutral stimulus, will become a conditioned stimulus after the classical conditioning. It is because it has learned stimulus due to the association. And the cookies here that before it refers to that conditioned stimulus will become a conditioned stimulus that can trigger a specific response. And the craving or the watering of your mouth will become a conditioned response. It is because why? The gunan. Very good. It has become a conditioned response because it has become a conditioned response due to the association. Just like what Ivan Pavlov did to the dog. Okay. Initially, the bell is the neutral stimulus, just like the bakery. Initially, the bell doesn't make the dog drool on its own. But because through the repeated pairings of the bell and the food, the mind of the dog starts to associate the bell even without the presence of the dog. So with that experience, the dog starts to react, or your body starts to react as if the food, even the sound of the bell itself will become your body reacts as if the food is already there. So that is the power of the classical conditioning. Did you understand, class? Yes, very good. I am so happy that you understand our topic. That's why, class, in the field of education, teachers nowadays are prohibited to use the stick to whip the unruly learners. Why? It is because it may affect the other pupils. They may tell the students to, they may think that the sticks are used to whip the unruly learners, thus triggering first. Instead, the teachers are advised to use their open palms in pointing words. Okay, did you understand what is classical conditioning? Very good. For the continuation of our discussion, it will be discussed by Sir Melo.
Wow, that's good to hear. Since you understand, let us now talk about the phenomenon classical condition. We've explored the basic classical condition, but there are some fascinating phenomenon that occurs within the learning process. First, let's talk about the extinction. Please do read, everyone. Please do read it, one. Very good. Imagine our dogs partly have been conditioned to salivate the sound of the bell. Because the sound of the bell is fair with food. Now, what happens if I repeatedly ring the bell without having the food? Who wants to answer? Didal? Exactly. That's the extinction. The conditioned response to salivation gradually weakens and eventually disappears the conditioned stimulus, the bell, repeatedly without the food. Now, not quite is like weakening the associations of association. Did you understand? Called the spontaneous recovery. Please do read. Please do read Akab. Thank you, Akab. If you want to avoid the extensions that occur them to ring the bell, sparkling might start salivating again, and even though I have had a food paired with a bell in a while. That's right. So the extension doesn't erase the learning of completely, it just suppresses the spontaneous recovery, suggests that the association can be re-emerged in certain conditions. Now let's move on to the phenomenon under the interesting, the generalization and other phenomenon in Pavlovian condition. Now, when the dog salivates, just by merely hearing the buzzer, is likely elicit the similar or CS when it's here faster the lower of the beat of the buzzer or any device quite similar of the sound. Now, imagine Sparky had been conditioned to salivate the sound of the specific buzzer. Now, what happens if we use another buzzer? Now, maybe one will slightly different sound. Would he salivate? Yes, he might. Generalization means that conditioned response of the salivation can be elicited by stimuli that are similar to the original condition of the stimulus. Did you understand? Very good. And when the dog recognizes the sound of the buzzer, it differs from their stimulus, thus salivating upon hearing the buzzer. Discrimination occurs. This phenomenon when the subject reacts differently another stimuli. And now we're going to explore the Watsonian condition, the groundbreaking theory in the psychology developed by John B. Watson, which he might be influenced by Ian Pavlov. And Watson took the idea further. He believed that just like dogs can be learned to associate and evaluate food, and also humans can learn to associate with stimuli, with emotion, behavior, even though with symbolizes.
Okay, thank you, Sir Melon. Who among you here know the little Albert experiment? Know what? So now let's talk about the Watson famous little Albert experiment. Okay. Who among you here know Albert? Okay. Albert was a baby who initially loved playing with a white rat. But Watson and his assistant, Rosalie Rainier, paired the white rat with a loud clang noise. Every time Albert saw the white rat, he made a loud clang. So with this experience, do you think, Melon, what happened when Albert saw again the rat? Very good. Albert will become afraid when he saw the rat, even without the loud clang. It is because his mind starts to associate the white rat with a loud clang noise. And that is the classic example of the Watsonian conditioning. conditioning? Very good. Now, since you understand our topic this afternoon, let us proceed with our short activity. So, all you need to do is that today we are going to explore how your powerful minds can create a powerful thoughts and feelings through the images. But first, we will form a group. Start at the back, count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So everyone have a group? Okay. All you need to do is that I have a special box here, and inside are the 3 types of challenges. So all you need to do is to pick one slip of paper every group, and that kind of challenge will serve as your creative response that we can see in this picture. Okay. Look at the picture that you can see in the TV screen. Okay, explore. And the type of challenge that you pick is that will serve as your creative response that we can see on the picture. Okay, remember that you have only 5 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes to present your creative response here in front. And for your criteria, this will serve as your criteria. Okay, please read everyone. Okay, did you understand the criteria? Very good. Okay, your 5 minutes starts now. Okay, time is up. Settle down. Your 5 minutes is over. Okay, now let us witness the first group. Very good, group 1. Let us give them a fireworks clap. Do you know how to do the fireworks clap? All you need to do is 3 claps. Please stand and say psh, psh, psh. Again, we will do this, everyone. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Psh, psh, psh. Very good. Now let us hear from the group 2. Very good, everyone. Very good, group 2. Now, the last and definitely not the least, that group 3. Let us witness their creative response. Very good, everyone. Now you will take your seat. Do you want to know the scores that each group attained? Okay, the group 1 got 97%. Okay, let us clap down. The group 2 got 98%. Wow, amazing. And the last group got 99%. Very good. Wow, I am so impressed with your creative response. It means that you really showed a deep understanding of our topic this afternoon, and I am surely that you are ready for our some questions. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. Do you have any question? None? Okay. Please, I want to answer this question is Virai. Please stand. Okay. I know that when doing the activity, you gain some important insight. Now, what have you realized while doing the activity? Very good. Thank you for sharing. And the second question is I want to answer Karyaga. Please stand. Okay. Now, the question is, how do you think the advertisers use the classical conditioning to make you buy their products? Very good. And the last question is I want to answer this is you wrong linearly. Please stand. Now, do you think the classical conditioning is good or bad thing? Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing your idea. It means that you really understand the topic that we have discussed this afternoon. And I am surely that you are ready for our short quiz.
And now for our short quiz. I have here the questions, and for 5 minutes for get a 1/4 sheet of paper and choose. And where's our one? Right here. I have here the questionnaires, and please get 1/4 sheet of paper, and I will give you only 5 minutes to answer this test paper. Please pass Katubis. Please pass Deacon. Your time starts now. Okay, both hands up. Okay, pass your papers in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for your, and now everyone please, now for your assignment.
But before with our assignment, all papers are here. Okay, very good. And we are the one who check
We are going
your
to check your
paper.
paper. Sorry.
Okay, now I want you to get your notebook and copy this.
This assignment that needs to read in the television.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, do you understand our assignment again? Where we write your assignment? In
In a
long
long bond
bond
paper.
Very good. Now stand up everyone. And I hope that you really gained an important insight with our topic this afternoon. Goodbye class.